So I got my Cyber Monday shipment.
Yay!
I haven't opened it yet, but it's sitting on the couch. It's really weird, but I find that I was now that the guys with the glasses is closing down and they've switched over to Channel Awesome. I've been going back through a lot of they kind of changed up who comes up on the front page or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been going back through and like watching a lot of the anime reviewers, and honestly, only Sage is really any good. The guy in the Suede or whatever Suede is, he's okay, but he's got a really weird like worldview.
The only person I like actively watching more is Linkara.
Well, I like Brad Jones. Like not his cinema snob stuff, but like all his other like his midnight reviews and like Brad tries are he's kind of fun to watch.
Well, I like randomly see things from everybody else, but like Linkara's the only one I actually follow, so I can see the latest updates and whatnot. Other than that, it's
Yeah.
like when I remember.
Like back in the day, like I didn't really do a lot of Linkara stuff because there was a lot of like comic book stuff, which I've never been into.
Well, we used to be big into comics, whereas we're not anymore. It's a mixture of finances and massive reboots over and over again that made me want to go,
Yeah, that is a problem. Like legitimately, that's like a weird issue.
There's still some great indie comics out there, and obviously web comics are now more prevalent, and um, you do occasionally hear about some great stories even in the newer stuff, but I'm not currently actively like purchasing anything, so.
Well, I'm almost more impressed with what Marvel's been doing with, because I've never been a
Cinema
DC
universe?
guy. What now?
With the cinema universe?
Yeah.
The MCU? Which I've
Like,
forgotten the universe number for that.
yeah. I mean, just in general, I like um I like Marvel characters better. I don't know, DC never did it for me.
I was
I like,
always more of a DC girl, so.
I like Batman, but the rest of them could honestly just get fucked. I don't even care.
To be fair, the only thing I'm not the biggest fan of in Marvel, I mean from a
I guess I shouldn't
popularity standpoint, is really the X-Men.
See, X-Men are weird. Like, I'm a big...
Like, prejudice exists in the world and everything, but this is a big, expansive universe with all this shit in it, but we only actively hate against mutants? That seems
Oh, when
silly.
you consider that the majority of superheroes are mutants of one sort or another, it's
like, in the whole premise, it seems silly, and then I don't like how Wolverine is shoved into everything, so it really turned me off. Not that X-Men doesn't have great characters, just not something.
Well, everybody loves fucking Wolverine, which is weird, honestly. Yeah, I mean, because it's like you get a little bit of Spider-Man with that, but honestly, like the Fantastic Four get basically no shit other than Ben Grimm for being mutants. I mean, they weren't born mutants, but they were mutated.
Mm-hmm.
But that never comes up. Nor does Doctor Doom's appearance was a mutation, or God forbid, Bruce Banner.
Those are like more legitimate mutations instead of the evolutionary step crap of the mutants. More technical mutants. It's just
okay. I guess that's
That
fair.
always struck a nerve with me.
Well,
So,
supposedly the original X-Men was supposed to be a play on the whole Nation of Islam and like black
yeah.
rights and shit.
Like, I get where it's coming from, it just doesn't fit in the universe it's presented as. I feel like they had to
Not
present,
anymore.
yeah. So,
I mean,
which, alright,
honestly,
still some great characters and whatnot, just, there's also great DC
I was never a
characters and
huge fan of the
whatnot.
comic book Captain America, but I fucking love what they've done with him in the movies.
Hmm.
Fucking Captain America 2 was like one of the best Marvel hero movies I've ever
Winter
seen.
Soldier was great.
Well, because it's so much about like him adapting to modern era.
Hmm. Which I feel like take more realistically, like, 'cause he's a smart guy in general. It's not like every little thing's gonna freak him out all the time. He's eventually gonna figure out how movies and technology works. It's not like he's a
Well, he
caveman.
wasn't really freaked out by anything,
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, at the end of the first one, he's probably more freaked out at the fact that the world's changed and he wasn't there for it. But yeah, like, that's part of human survival. You adapt, so.
Well, and the big thing is Steve Rogers is, like you said, is a smart guy, so he adapted really
Mhm.
quickly to modern technology. And he said, like, there's that part at the very beginning where the black soldier asked him, they're running, and he asked him, what does he like about the present? That, he's like, the food tastes better, there's no polio.
You know.
He's like, and honestly, the world's a much more peaceful place. Like, despite, like, we feel like objectively that there's a shit ton of conflict and war and upheaval, but honestly, it's one of the most peaceful times that our planet has ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, in all right, that stuff is happening. It's just that we have access to so much information that you can't be blind to it, and it makes it feel like there's more of it because you look back in the day and people didn't realize certain things were happening because the news cycle and the way you got information was different. So you nostalgically think it was somehow more peaceful when it really was not.
No, I mean, crime is at an all-time low in our country. Um, we had a big fight about. I brought up the uh, I brought up the fact that after the Roe versus Wade decision, there was a massive downturn in crime because basically abortion was legalized, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody wanted to hear that.
It's a good point. Like, when you legalize something, it's less likely to be a criminal act. No,
No,
it's not like
Kiki.
we.
What they were implying by it was that because people weren't forced to have unwanted children, you didn't have as many criminals because people who would have, you know, done a shitty job raising children didn't raise any children, or they
Mm,
didn't do it until such time as they were able to put forward the resources.
well, yeah, you don't want to be the kid of a person who didn't want the kid in the first place or doesn't have the resources to have one. Which sadly, a lot of people are stuck in those situations for one reason or another,
Yeah,
and that's just
this
going to breed. Not that everything gone right still can't make a criminal. It's just you get criminals because often it's a mixture of ignorance and why should I care about the world when all it's done is fucked me? Because
well,
often there's, either you go into crime or you live an equally shitty life.
and the reason why I brought it up was that people were arguing about abortion, and I stated, do I think abortion is a good thing? No, I don't think abortion is a good thing. Do I think it's a necessary evil? Yes, I'm pragmatic. I can understand the uses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and honestly, I just straight up said this because I just couldn't take it anymore. I said, I don't understand people, I don't understand the people, the group that is vehemently against abortion. Abortion is the greatest evil that our planet has ever seen, but is also against social infrastructure programs to help these children who are unwanted by their parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's
All they want is fetuses. They don't care about babies.
it's a control thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I made an approximation analogy. I said, you know, the church is against abortion, but they're also against birth control, and it's like a lesser of two evils. Like
Mhm.
if you allow your people to have birth control, then they don't need abortions, or at least don't need them nearly as much.
Yeah, then you're left with mostly medical needed abortions for child is supposed to kill the mother essentially.
It's always crazy because you have these conversations, and they're like, well, abortions at 8 months. I'm like, okay, there's not a doctor on the planet that's other than a very good medical reason is going to sanction
Yeah,
something like that.
that's that baby is likely not really viable.
Well, and the thing is, if it's a premature birth at, let's say, the end of 8 months, that's a
Mm.
lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, the closer you get to the full 10 month mark, the or to the beginning of the 10th month, the more viable the child is going to be. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's less and less, you know, medically necessary abortion. The closer you get to the full term, the less likely it is because, and I'm assuming a wanted pregnancy. You're,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if a child is born at 8.5 months or 9.5 months, it literally is going to have almost zero effect on the child because technology has just advanced so far that it's a completely viable process.
This is
And
assuming it's born in the hospital, but yeah.
yeah, well, I mean that's a whole different deal. I'm looking
Yeah.
specifically at a first world country.
Well, no. We live in a society where we have such great medical care that people decide to have babies at fucking home.
Well,
You
yeah,
know, which is
every doctor will
not
tell you
something
that's a
that,
really fucking
you know,
bad idea.
that's not something I'm ever going to intentionally do. I'm not saying all of those people intentionally do it that way.
No.
Sometimes you just can't get there, but there
Well, I mean,
are
you can
those who do.
you can kind of understand it with people where they've had like 3 or 4 kids and never had any issues, so they're like,
Yeah,
well, whatever.
but I'm more talking about the natural birth or the stellar ancestor studied shit and
You
stuff.
know what's really funny? All the women I've talked to, once they've had a C-section, it's the only way they'd want to do it if they're gonna have more kids.
Yeah, yeah, it's far less tearing with the vagina and bone breaking, pooping in front of people.
Like it was really interesting because I was talking to my cousin and she considered having her first child naturally, and then like the doctor's like, honestly, it's just safer to do it this way. They have better control over the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's stupid shit. We were talking about that today at my new job, and I was telling my manager, I was like, it's like I don't really subscribe to one political party or another. I just think that generally what you end up finding out is that the more money you put into social infrastructure, the less weird social issues come up because
Mm-hmm.
people's problems are being treated.
Yeah. It, when there's a general betterness to life, there's less reason to look harm of any sort, really.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really how our culture sees it anymore, which is dumb. That's right, American culture, you dumb.
It's all so dumb. I mean, I'm not saying socialized healthcare is the perfect solution, but it certainly has worked in a lot of different countries without a major hitch.
I'm certainly enjoying my Obamacare.
No, definitely. Definitely, definitely.
Mm. Not afraid to go to the emergency room, have one of those doctor thingies, have prescriptions that I'm adjusting to, but
Isn't it
generally
amazing that,
enjoying.
yeah, isn't it amazing that, like, once you have any type of health insurance, like, everything gets easier with medical care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean cost. I mean, I'm just saying, like, because generally you also get better doctors when you have health care.
Yeah. Being seen, having somebody, to talk to tell your issues and try to help you with them, because I do knee exercises now. I've got pain pills. I've got antidepressants. Oh wow, my brain went whoop.
Having a regular doctor means that you have somebody who's actively trying to keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
For lack of a better word, I can't think of what the word I would use is.
I mean, I'm probably never going to be without pain, but this is a far much more manageable existence.
Well, and that's just, I mean, unfortunately, that's just kind of the deal. I mean,
I don't think I ever said hi to you.
Hi. You did at the very beginning when I first figured out how to get Hangouts to connect.
Well, I wasn't recording at that time.
Oh, you're recording now and you didn't tell me. You massive cocksucker. That's right, fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on. Oh, wait,
By
no,
the
he's at
way, I'm recording.
I'm so glad that that comment went right by you.
Is it my turn to go now? Okay. Hello and welcome to episode 58 of the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party with Kiki and Bones.
Well, hi, Bones.
Hi, Kiki.
That was a great way to start off the show, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, just bitch, moan, bitch, moan.
Well, why don't you start telling me about that anime you were watching? The one with the stupid boots, right?
Yeah, stupid food anime! Woo! Stupid food anime! I don't even fucking get it.
Was it Star Operator or something like that?
Starship Operators, let me go grab the box.
Okay. Just going to go grab the box.
I gotta go grab the box. Did I turn that on? No, I didn't. Okay.
I'm just all burpy up in here. Ugh.
Oh, I want to grab a can of soda too, so I can stay awake.
Go get that soda.
Alright. Let me pull the thing up, because it's cold. Well, it's not that it's cold, it's that it's almost 40 degrees here, which means it's damp now.
Well, we managed to, while still being hella rained on, miss the horrible parts of the storm that will return on Monday. Unlike other parts of California that got giant wind and whatnot and all things knocked over. We did not, so I didn't lose power. Yay!
So that's why we're recording tonight, instead of Key going, oh my god, it's a disaster. Alright. So just as the visual reminder.
Yeah.
Silly boots.
Stupid food. Starship Operators, okay.
Yeah. So basically, let's see here, let me grab this one. Yeah. Okay, so Classic Cadets takes a ship out on a dry run. Small planet, middle of a small galaxy, part of a small star system. The whole point being is it's Tatooine. It's out of the middle of fuck nowhere.
Okay.
As the warship Amaterasu is coming back from its, what do you want to call it? Dry run. I can't think of what they call it. Shakedown. Their country is basically invaded and occupied by an enemy empire. They are suddenly soldiers without a country. So the captain cadet, well, blue-haired girl with the silly boots that go like almost all the way up to the top of her waist, is like the first officer, and the captain cadet is rich, for lack of a better word. He makes a deal with like the intergalactic version of CNN. So knowing what we all know about CNN, we can imagine how well this works out. They're basically a mercenary CNN, that intergalactic CNN pays for all their supplies and stuff, and they turn into a mercenary pirate ship and proceed to take the war to the enemy empire. Now, this is in a reality where like capital level like battleships in space are rare. Like each planet has like one. So it's not like they're fighting a lot of stuff. Like space travel is rare, takes a lot of energy and a lot of resources. So basically, it's all one-on-one battles. And their ship was just built, so it's pretty badass. It's, cannons are a lot bigger than the stuff they're fighting most of the time. So, they proceed to fight a dire battle against the evil empire. The evil empire keeps trying all this crazy. They have all these crazy, like, one-off capital ships that have different tactics. Like, one is attached to a giant asteroid, and it uses the asteroid as ammo for a railgun. That's fucking stupid. But whatever. And they go through all this shit, and then like one by one, like a lot of the cadets leave or are killed off until eventually you just have the core crew. There's a dire battle at the end, and basically you go like it's 13 episodes long, and you go like 10 episodes without hearing about like there's their planet Kibi, there's the kingdom, which is the bad empire, and then later on, like right near the end, you hear about the United Earth Galactic Federation or some shit, which is basically like if you imagine like modern day, it would be like if like two small countries, or like a small country and a medium-sized like country went to war, and then the United States just randomly stepped in like 3/4 of the way through the war and proceeded to wipe the floor with both parties. Because like when the United Earth Federation shows up, they come with like 10 capital level ships and just proceed to just kill everyone. And literally, like, they don't explain anything. That was my biggest thing. Raid and I sat and watched it, and I just kept saying, why are they not explaining this stuff? Like, they didn't explain where any of these characters, like all these random characters showed up and did stuff and then disappeared. And nothing was ever explained. Nothing was ever, drawn out. It was all like, it's here, what's the stuff? Oh, hey, hi, gone. And it's just like, what? What was that all? Who are these people? What do they want? Who's she? What's she doing? What is this? Like, there's all these like subplots that they picked up, dropped, twisted around. I'm just like, oh my god, what the shit? And then all the clothing was just completely impractical, which is just general anime, but like, as you kind of heard Kiki saying, like, they have the ladies on the ship have these boots that literally go like almost all the way up to their skirts. And I was just like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just have like really long stockings that that you could slip onto, like like the boots are like ankle high or something?
We're mostly pointing out the ridiculousness because the guys' uniforms are like perfectly sensible.
Yeah, they're like, they just look like capital officer, or what I'm saying, like commissioned officer uniforms for men. The
Which,
standard naval stuff.
which I know sounds silly since we love Kill La Kill so much, but like their standard base uniforms are pretty standard school uniforms. It's only when they get into the wackiness that their suits, which are alien magic, get
Yeah.
zany. We're talking about base. This is the uniform of their whatever,
Military.
and the women wear these weird ass long boots that would take forever to get on, and wouldn't really stay up like that other than some stupid space technology. And at the end, why wouldn't they just wear pants or something?
No, I mean, like, literally, they needed to go one of two ways. Either they needed to just have them go all the way up, like their pantyhose, like they just go right up underneath the skirt, and you just assume that they're full length, or make them shorter, or God forbid, make them like socks, and they're separate from the boots.
Hmm.
Like I know for simplicity, they just kept it like it's one solid piece. And the couple of cosplayers I saw do this basically made it so that like they're like a type of like latex sock that then like the bottom piece is actually like the bottom piece that makes up the shoe is actually just like a pair of heels. Also, if you're going to combat, don't make women wear heels. Just a bad idea for day-to-day uniforms.
Like, I know there are ladies who can run in heels and whatnot, but there's legitimately no advantage. It's physically taxing. No, just wear fucking flats or combat boots or something.
Because like no one else like none of the other like uniforms or outfits are that bad.
That being said, there are plenty of animes out there with weird ass outfits for women.
Well, I mean, even if you look at like Kill la Kill, like their standard like no powers activated uniforms, none of them
Yeah.
are really that strange.
No,
I
they're
mean,
just
they have some
pretty
extra
standard school
accessories.
uniforms with, well, like extra buttony bits. They're more militaristic styled, sorta, except for,
Yoko.
yeah.
She's got
But,
like a really weird modified Sailor Fuku.
but in all right, it's pretty standard sailor uniforms with male variants. It's only when they get into the alien magic crap that it gets ridiculous. But at the same time, the show is also still enjoyable, where Starship Operators does not sound all that enjoyable.
No, it was really like Ray and I sat down and watched it. And I told him when we got done, like we stayed up late a couple nights ago, and he sat with me when we watched it. I said honestly, it's not like it was a bad show. Like I don't think it was like terrible. And that was the problem. Like it wasn't really good, but it wasn't so bad that it was good. It was just mediocre. And so it was like I have basically like almost zero interest in ever watching it again because it's just like there's no point. There's no point. It's not that interesting. It could have been an OVA that was 6 episodes long and it would have been fine. And it's not even like I was told like if you like it was based off of some like light novels or something that are better written, but I was just like it's just not that interesting. Like I'm not asking for the world, I'm just asking for them to write a decent story. Like use good storytelling archetypes to I don't know. Like I probably sound insane, but it's like I don't know why Kiki's laughing at me, but okay.
Yep. I was totally laughing at you, and not the owl being scared of a banana.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's silly.
Anyway, yes, Starship Operator. What do you want
Like
to say? Bland?
it wasn't even bland, like it was interesting. I just don't like shows that do this whole like put a bunch of kids on a ship or in a place then like have them slowly get killed off.
Mm.
Like I know that probably sounds crazy, but like Infinite Revis did the same thing, and I just constantly was like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. So dumb. And like what you're supposed to get out of it is that like the adults are not trustworthy and that basically in the end they had no say in what was going on. They were all just like there for the ride and that like the politicians in the background were the ones pulling the strings. Just like oh my god, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Like, you really do get a similar feeling from Kill la Kill when you realize that like everything that happened was basically, for lack of a better word, was a fight between their parents. Spoilers.
Well, yeah. It's been out for a little while. It's fine.
I haven't said who their parents were, but just you know, it turns out that all this big fight was all something that had been going on, you know, for a long time, basically. I mean, I don't really know what to say, but I mean, like, I like Kill la Kill. I just happened to watch the OVA episode like yesterday or the day before, and while I was hoping for a slice of life episode, it was still good, and that was fine.
Keep on happen. We've been watching
When something becomes ordinary.
When Super Battles Become Ordinary, the other show, and then the other. Oh God, let us just open Crunchyroll and see what we've been watching. Jeez, bad with names.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of anything we've been watching.
Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun and Denki Guy.
Yes.
I can barely do English. This is hard. And yeah, and When Super Battles Become Ordinary. 3 shows that I am currently enjoying.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. Oh hell, we watched that. What was it Azarade's Toy? And that was like actually an interesting show.
Bit of a still kind of premise, but it was alright.
Yeah. Well, I mean, consider what I bought on Black Monday or Cyber Monday. I'm not one to shy away from weird shit.
And obviously we've been watching Crystal when it comes out, and so far so good. We've got what, 2 episodes left?
Yeah, for the first season or the first arc. And then they'll start what I know is the Sailor R arc, but I think is because we're not going to see the twins. They were filler.
Yeah, they were anime filler.
So it'll be the
Dead Tree
Dark Moon Clan.
Yeah. What are they called? We keep forgetting.
I want to call them the Dark Kingdom because of Prince Diamande, their leader, but that's the first one. That's Queen Beryl.
Black Moon.
Black Moon.
Black Moon Clan. So the Dark Kingdom, the Black Moon Clan, then the people from Aspen.
Well, because like what? Because what ended up being S was Witches 5 and oh god, what did he call his organization? Because Pharaoh 90 was the thing they were trying to revive. He was.
Yeah, what was their actual name? Because the Witches 5 was just a group within them.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we get old. You just get.
The sad part is neither of us are even 30 yet.
I'll be 30 next year.
Yay. Because the one add to that is like the Dark Circus or something. Something dark side of the force.
Is it Death Busters?
Yeah, the Death Busters, thank you.
Yeah, which is 5. Okay, the Death Busters is the Pharaoh 9 crap.
Yeah.
And then
it's that Dark Circus in Supers.
it was like Dead something?
Dead Moon Circus or something.
Yeah, because the Nehelenia is from the dark side of the moon. In general. The other side. Woo!
They're from the other side of the moon. The dark side of the moon. Something dark side of the force. Give in to your anger, Kiki.
And then, the Sailor animates are the next one, Galactic and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is it it's something like that. Yes. I am so smart.
Something dark side of the force.
I'm not all that excited for Star Wars. I was wondering.
What's up?
I was never a big fan of Star Wars in the first place, so I'm pretty much there. Like, I'll
But
probably see it
but
someday.
black main character.
That's nice.
I'm just impressed that they're having a black main character.
Oh, okay.
His name is Finn, apparently. I'm not joking. His name is apparently Finn.
Okay.
Finn Bristow. Somebody leaked the trading cards.
Okay.
Such a gassy lady.
So much tea and chili.
Oh yes, chili is good.
Mostly the chili. That was not good chili. I'm not gonna buy that plant anymore.
Well, yeah, canned chili. Screw that noise.
No, I forget the name of it, but there's this really awesome canned chili, but it's gone up in price. And we tried this other canned chili, and it's
Blah 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 blah.
that's my official statement on it.
I see. Blah blah. Dog is like totally staring at the back of your head. Woof, 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 woof. Uh, uh, uh,
So it was pouring yesterday, and his ass needed to be outside. So I put the leash on him to take him out. He won't go in the back when it's like that because the back always floods. So I have to take him out the front to the grass, which is by the dumpster. We get to the laundry room, which has a little alcove. So he goes in there to hide from the rain and then refuses to leave. I'm like, well, okay, at least pee here then, which he refuses to do. So I had to lift his ass up, take him to the grass. You were a spoiled, horsey ass shit.
He just knows what he can get.
But yeah, we only recently got into the actual, like, plot of when supernatural battles become commonplace.
Yep.
Because a lot of the start is a mixture of them, we suddenly have powers, and just life in general.
Yep.
We're learning about them, essentially.
And I mean, even if they left it like that, it wouldn't have been a terrible show.
No.
But that's the weird thing. Like, it still would have worked. It would have been kind of like, silly, but
When we started watching it, I commented that one, it has really good animation, but two, I'm loving the color gradient thing it's doing with all the hairs and eyes.
yeah, like everybody's got like gradient hair.
Mm-hmm. Yay, looks so pretty. But we really haven't had all that much time to watch anime together.
Mm-hmm.
You started a new job, and I have been sleeping regular hours, so except for last night.
So everybody's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm liking this whole sleep thing.
Sleep is good.
I'm trying to remember what else we wanted to talk about. 'Cause the week before this, we had a pretty good conversation, but I can't remember what it was about.
What?
What are you looking at?
My headphones cut out, and then you were like saying something, and I was like, "What?"
What were we talking about last week that was so interesting?
I have no idea.
This is why I should keep notes. Or just always record you, clearly.
I should just always have a record going. You could just cut that. You could just cut the episode down from like our 10-minute conversations over like a 2-week period. So, after work tonight, there are 2 McDonald's in my town, and one of them is like, I'd say like 4 blocks away from where I'm working now. And so, I stopped and grabbed some food, and it's on the far side of my city, town, whatever you want to call it. I guess town, because it's not a city, it's a town. So it's like a 5-10 minute drive to get from the west side of town where I work to the east side of town where I live. And in that 10 minutes, I scarfed down a large McDonald's fry, a Big Mac, and 10 chicken nuggets. I was starving when I got off. It was terrible. I was just more impressed that I sucked it all down as fast as I did.
Oh, were we talking about dads?
About what?
Dads.
What about dads?
Dorky dads.
Oh yeah, is it possible? What was the idea? Is it possible to
Be a
be a
good father
dad but
without
not be
being
dorky?
Yeah.
In media, I think is what I was trying to get at. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying like it is possible, but like the fathers in media who are not dorky are generally villains.
Yeah. Few exceptions.
Yeah, like that was my defining thing, was like they couldn't be a villain because as soon as they're a villain, it like they're not really, if you hate your father, he's not like it technically is your father, but like I meant like
He's not your dad.
yeah.
You were trying to specify good dads, or at least presently good dads.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I mean, they're cool, but they're always dorks too. Like there are no dads that are just cool.
I think that, like we were saying, I think that's a requirement of dadhood in general, being a bit dorky. Because the things you do for kids makes you a bit of a dork.
Well, and it's just a matter of like, my favorite line from any part of media is always the when the kid asks their father, so why did mom pick you over all the men in the world? I don't know. That's the one from Lucky Star. It's like episode 22 or 23. Konata asks her father Sojiro. So
is that the one where her ghost is floating on?
Yeah, the spirit of her mother comes to visit them, and basically he basically is telling his daughter Konata how he met her mother and his wife Kanata, and basically she was this, for lack of a better word, this pretty little girl, pretty little lady, and they knew each other from high school, and basically you see this like flashback of like all their times together and how she loved him even if he was a big otaku and kind of a nerd and blah blah blah. And it's this thing, he says, he's like, your mother loved me, she just did. I never knew why, but one thing was for sure: of all the people in the world, I loved your mother the most. And that was his whole reasoning, just that he loved her the most, and so she could have had anybody. She was pretty, she was smart, and she was demure, and she picked him. She picked this big, goofy, blue-haired, scraggly dork. And I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, I always pick on anime because it's what I know, but I mean, there's a lot of fathers like that. I mean, maybe not Neon Genesis Evangelion, but there's a lot of animes.
We specified good dad. He's not a good dad.
See, the whole problem with Neon Genesis Evangelion is it would have been if the whole plot hinges on the fact that that basically that he couldn't get over his wife's death. If he could have gotten over his wife's death, the whole thing would not have happened. Like, his whole plan with human instrumentality and shit was that he would eventually get to be back with his wife. And that's why I love the Angelic Days universe where basically she doesn't get killed in the horrible accident, and thus the whole timeline is different. Because she never dies. Shinji grows up with a father, or with a mother, and basically a father too, because his father doesn't just completely pull away. And, I think actually in the manga, Rei ends up being like his sister or something. And Asuka's his friend from childhood. I mean, like, I know I've said it and people laugh at me, but I would actually kill for a Madoka Magica straight up straight up magical girl anime, like not the deconstructed, like they all get eaten or turned into witches and get destroyed, like just like a legit Cardcaptor Sakura type magical girl anime. Just because I feel like she deserves it after all the horrible shit that they put those characters through.
I don't foresee it happening.
No.
You know, it's pretty much the structure of the show, so.
I gotta give it up to Trigger though. They have said that if they keep getting demands for a Kill la Kill sequel series and Slice of Life, they might do it. I'm just like, you gotta do it. You'll make so much money. Oh my god, you don't even have to make it that long. Make it like 6 episodes. People will buy it. Seriously.
Cupcake will buy it.
I will buy it. I'm getting the itch to buy Kill la Kill again. Actually, what I kind of really want is Toradora in English.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
No
the
way.
dub.
What's up?
The dub.
Yeah, they got a dub over the summer. $100 is a lot of money to buy something I already own. Although with the new job, it's less of an issue. Or it will be less of an issue. I don't get paid for 3 weeks, which sucks. But that's just the way it fell. I missed their last pay period, so I don't get paid till after Christmas.
Oh no.
Well, I still get like what's left of my pay, what was left of what I worked at the other job.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be terrible, but I am looking forward to this new job's paycheck.
Money.
Yeah.
Anime spending money.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, probably a chunk of it's gonna go towards loans, but I think I should have enough that I can spend a little bit on anime every month.
Mm.
Well, especially now that I use Black Friday to get a Blu-ray player for my computer, or not. I had the player, I didn't have the software because the software costs an arm and a leg. And I'm sure now that I got it, they'll upgrade it so that it won't work anymore, and I'll have to buy the new version.
Yep.
He knows how this works. Because I think it's at the end of every year that the price falls.
Oh.
They give you a super deal on it because the next version will come out. Although the upgrades are way cheaper. I think the upgrades are only like $20 or $30, so it's not like terrible. I'd just like to say that, well, Power DVD is a great Blu-ray player. It's a terrible everything else player. Like, literally, VLC is better for everything else.
You have your VLC. I still love that your Android version actually fucking works now, so yay.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've been using the baked-in Samsung video player, which works really well and plays like almost everything.
I haven't really done much today other than get very angry at Photoshop, watch the Jingle Jam cast, and yeah, that's pretty much been my day.
Wow, sounds like you've been busy. Is there anything else you need to talk about? I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, December is both a busy and laid back month, so it's gonna be a mixture of doing all the things and nothing really.
All the things? All the things.
I saw, sorry, Mockingjay Part 1
Oh, yeah?
the other day, and that was good. I mean, different from the book, obviously, as the franchise generally has been, because certain elements were changed because of the movie. But still enjoyable. So I recommend it. If you're a fan of the Hunger Games series.
Do you remember when, was it Yale that was talking about the harem anime that was based off the life of Oda Nogabunga or whatever. Was that someone else I was talking to about that?
I don't remember that.
Anyway, long
Yeah.
story short, that
Oh.
harem anime based off of the historical Japanese heroes, it
Mhm.
actually got an English dub.
Oh, great.
It's the mega deal today at Right Stuff, and I'm kind of
No.
like,
What's it called?
Ambition of Oda Nobuna. Here, I'll just copy paste it for you
Oh, I found it.
because I can't pronounce nothing.
Oh, hey, it's on Crunchyroll.
Wow.
Ordinary high schooler Yoshiharu is sent back in time to the Warring States period, however not the same timeline that he remembered. There he meets Nobuna Oda, not Nobunaga, Nobuna, the words.
Buddha.
In this world, all the famous figureheads and warlords of the era are female. Nobuna teams up with Yoshiharu to help fuel her ambition in quest for the world. Oh.
I wish this stuff wasn't freaking like. I wish it wasn't a daily deal because for $30, I'd kind of consider buying it. Like Ray and I were having a conversation, and basically like the final conclusion after talking to him for a while was like, he's like, honestly, Cupcake, he's like, you really shouldn't buy any anime that isn't dubbed. He's like, there's just not any point. I'm like, I know.
I'm gonna add this to my queue and watch it later.
Watch it, like when you watch a couple episodes. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if it's worth my time to pick up. Because I think you're more discerning than I am.
I'm not currently being sold by the cover, but it does have some pretty good comments, so I'll give it a shot.
You give it that shot, goddammit.
If you ever get bored, shut up, Cher, and need something to just put on, I can't understand what my husband is saying. Shut up, Cher. Is actually quite good. It's very
Okay.
short because the episodes are like 4 minutes long, but
Oh boy.
yeah. So it's like just little clips of their life, but it's actually quite funny and endearing at the same time because they're a real couple, and there are other characters like he has a sister who's trans, I guess.
Okay.
She has a penis, but she presents as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But she might not have any dysphoria. I don't know if that's technically trans or just
She's what the weeaboos like to refer to as a trap.
Yeah. And he's got a friend who's a lesbian who wants to date her but can't quite get over the penis thing.
What is there to get over?
Well,
Male
because
part goes into female part. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
yeah, because she's not attracted to the elephant, as she put it. But she's attracted to the person because his sister's very sweet and cute, but she has a penis and that's throwing her off.
So she's Aoi Futaba from You're Under Arrest.
Yeah.
Aoi Futaba.
Only not exactly the same circumstance, but yeah.
Aoi Futaba went undercover for too long and forgot how to be a man.
Yeah, that's not really what's going on, but essentially that she
No, yeah, I'm just saying
yeah.
that's because I don't know how many people have actually ever, it's kind of getting to be an older show.
Yeah,
so.
it's showing its age. I still love it, but it's showing its age.
Well, the newer seasons aren't bad. Like I have, like You're Under Arrest Unleashed or whatever, which is the season they made like in 2007, and that one, like the character models look completely different from the 1990s version. You know, surprisingly, I'm going through the days of this sale, and there's not a lot of stuff that I actually really want.
Well, then don't get anything.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised. Full Throttle, that's what I'm thinking of. Because it's always the Right Stuff always has You're Under Arrest on sale because it's something helped release. So every year when the sale comes around, it's on sale. They had the new Sailor Moon edition on sale. It's the same price it always is. I was just like, okay.
That doesn't seem like a sale.
Well, it's brand new. It just came out last month, so they're not going to do any super sales on it.
You should probably just wait on that until it's done.
Well, from what I understand, the actual the transfers are terrible. I'd like to see an actual clip from the transfer to see what they're talking about, but let's see if we can find the videos. They were complaining that Viz Sailor Moon Blu-ray versus DVD comparison. YouTube. First search option. Awesome.
Woohoo!
That's a big box set. Holy crap. I want to see this because they claim that the DVD isn't terrible, but the Blu-ray had a really weird refresh. Everything is oversaturated, and none of the text shows up, and blah blah blah.
I just went forward 2 minutes and 30 seconds in there. Okay, your comparison by holding a camera up to your TV does not help. Because that's just showing you your TV. You need to show me actual ripped video.
Well, they claim that the reds are oversaturated, but they don't look that different. The company itself has offered up comparison images. 2009 DVD master. This Blu-ray. I don't get it. The Blu-ray actually looks less saturated. Hang on now. This is directly from Viz, so it's not it might be biased, but
I don't really see an issue.
they claim that the reds were oversaturated, which caused a whole bunch of stuff to be washed out, but it actually looks better. It looks less saturated in the Blu-ray. So I don't know. I don't know, Kiki. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing an issue. Maybe, well, it doesn't so much look like a saturation issue as much as there might be a contrast issue, but that's gonna happen when you upscale old things to Blu-ray. There's no way to get around that. You're blowing up a really old image to a higher quality standard. You're gonna see a lot of the glow around lines and whatnot. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what people are bitching about. That's unavoidable.
Well, the only way to do that is if you can find the original film masters it was printed on, and then reshoot them with a high definition camera.
And that's expensive. So, if it's that much of an issue for you, just buy the fucking DVD. But if you're watching it on a giant TV, you're still gonna have those issues because it's not made for things that big.
No.
That's just an issue of the age, not really an issue of the frame. You're trying to make things that were made for smaller viewing comparable to big things without going back to the start, and that's not gonna work. Crystal will probably look nice in Blu-ray because it's digital in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, though, you should probably just wait until they're all out. Maybe there'll be a box set down the line.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or a deal or something.
Mm-hmm.
For now, you can still watch it on Hulu, right? I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that we just watched it in the last year, so I'm not like I told you the story that like every time we watch stuff, I suddenly lose all urge to watch it again right away. Like I had just watched Toradora like 6 months previous before they announced that. Remember, like I watched it and like they then announced like a week later they announced that the premium edition was coming in the summer, and I was like I was gonna get it, I was gonna order it over the summer, and I just like the time came when it came released, and I was just like I don't care. Like I want it, don't get me wrong, I love Toradora, but had I known it was coming, I would have never bought it at Christmas and waited for it and bought it there. Bought it when the premium edition came out.
But you didn't, so you did. Okay.
That's also why I'm really sketchy with like Sentai Filmworks and like Aniplex and shit, is because like lately more and more they've been waiting to see fan reaction and then dubbing it later, depending on how
Yeah.
much it sells. Which is super annoying. Because it may never get a dub, it might get a dub.
Mhm.
Just don't know. And they're dubbing really weird shit. Like I can't remember what's getting dubbed this winter, but like a lot of stuff that came out like a couple years ago that's like pretty popular, or, sold a decent amount of discs, and now they're gonna redub it. And it's just like, or just gonna dub it, and I'm like, those shows I don't really care about. I still gotta get season 2 of Railgun. That's for another time and place.
Oh,
Excuse you.
how much?
Such a gassy lady.
Yep.
Well, screw it. Since I've run out of steam, let's see what's
What?
in my box of shit.
Box of shit.
Box of shit.
Not a literal box of shit.
No. No, not. No, this isn't Cards Against Humanity. Wow. I see that. I see they went high quality with the seasons 3 and 4 of Ikitosen. They're like just DVD cases. Although maybe they're only one disc. Wait, are these only on DVD? No, I think it is, but because I'm pretty sure there's only one. I'm pretty sure there's only one version of these. Okay. So this was the version of Strike Witches that I was told to buy that would supposedly fit in the box. That's a
Yeah.
full-size DVD case. Company's on drugs, yo. Unless, oh yeah,
Ah, okay.
those bastards. So they don't actually even want you to keep the slipcase. Yeah. So it's.
There's a small one inside. It's like magic.
I absolutely hate when they do that. They do that so that they can ship them with the regular DVDs, and they won't be a different size. Did I buy the wrong version of this? I thought this was supposed to come with a Blu-ray. I mean, I got them for dirt cheap, so whatever. Oh, nice. This one go the other way? This one's full size. I've been waiting to watch this for I don't even know how long. It's the second movie to Eden of the East.
Yeah. Also,
I'm gonna have to rewatch the series on Blu-ray just to remember what the hell this was about.
Super hush.
Although I think, oh no, maybe I don't know. I know the TV show I only have on regular because it didn't have Blu-ray at that point. Shouldn't there be 5? Oh, and then of course, Seki Ray, boobs for the win.
Look at those things.
What? You don't like giant boobies?
I'm not. I am both fond and at the same time not all that fond of my own. So
Wait, what?
what?
Oh, did I order the wrong thing?
Oh no.
There's another version of this that's the season 1 and 2. I thought this was it. Whatever. I would have never ordered this. I thought this it said the complete series, so I thought it was the complete series of Sekirei seasons 1 and 2. Well, I only paid like $5 for it, so I'm not gonna cry too much. I can always buy the right thing later. Let's see what that's going for.
I haven't bought anything in a while, so I don't really have anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's a completely different. That's a completely different thing. I got the complete season 1. Joy. So, this is what I thought I was buying, but I didn't like double check. So I spent like an extra like $5 that I didn't really need to spend. I don't know why I didn't catch that.
I don't know. You were so tired.
Yeah, pretty much. Although it fits in the limited edition box, so maybe I will just buy Sekirei season 2.
All right.
I wonder how much that's going for. Let's find out. Oh. What? Yeah, so like $20 for season 2? It'd be like the same price as. Oh, wait, new for $12? Damn. Okay. Apparently not as popular as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, cheap anime for the win.
Yeah, so I'll just we will just go ahead and add that to the wish list. And after Christmas, I'll go ahead and order it. Or maybe before Christmas, and that's actually not that much money. So that's cool. Oh, let's take a look at Ikitosen and see what's going on with it. Did I get King of Eden that way? I bet I did. Yeah,
I
pretty sure I
too
did.
bet you do.
Yeah, so the only thing on East of Eden that I don't have on Blu-ray is the original series, which I don't actually really care about. I'm not gonna buy it again just to own it on Blu-ray. But I got the first movie on Blu-ray because I'm gonna have to watch it again because I don't remember anything about it at all.
Alright, I don't really remember the show either.
It's gonna be fun to be able to watch this stuff in HD though.
Pretty HD.
For whatever reason, like the new Google Hangouts app is not working for me anymore. I actually use the old one to get your phone call to load on my computer. Just on an side note.
It's quite buggy.
Like I don't even like there's that little green speech bubble or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find that on my desktop anywhere.
That's weird.
But it claims it's open.
Well, sometimes mine says there's a message when there isn't, and other times it doesn't load. So.
Well, that would be fine, but
yeah, it's currently. I think a lot of people in general are having some issues with it, and I'm too lazy to switch back, as it still works well enough.
yeah, like I can't even see it anymore. Like I couldn't get it to work. If I could, it'd be a whole different story.
Well, if Skype wasn't such a bloated mess.
Oh my god, I uninstalled Skype once Raid wasn't able to use it at work anymore. I took it off completely.
Yeah, I don't have it installed either.
Well, it's just junk. I mean, honestly, it's like all this paste off, and they're like, "Oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread," and you pull it up, and you're just like, "This is junk. This is literally junk."
Yeah.
Do you ever honestly? Ooh, they're gonna re-release Yu-Gi-Oh in HD. I'm interested.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Fool. You foolish fool. Why did you pop out?
Oh no, Kiki's tits are trying to escape.
Yes, I'm yelling at my breasts. I don't understand how it could have popped out.
It's...
What?
I was gonna make. There's an anime where the guy's like, I heard a good way to make your breasts grow bigger is to scream at them or have somebody scream at them. Oh my god, they're doing another remaster for Final Fantasy XX2, but for the PS4.
Oh, fuck that game. Fuck the remasters. Ah!
Why can't they remaster something cool like Final Fantasy IX?
Because they hate you. And me. And people with good taste.
Because like Final Fantasy IX actually has an interesting story and a fun battle system. I mean, they could do 8, I guess, but I don't really give a fuck about 8. What?
What?
Square Enix has scheduled a PlayStation 4 port of Final Fantasy VII?
Oh yeah. They did, but like, as far as, I think there's like no remastering or anything going on. It's just
It's
port.
just the like virtual console?
Yeah. Which, that's not what we want, guys. I don't give a fuck, but that's not what people want.
Well, I mean, that's
fanboy
neat
want.
and all, but like,
Yeah.
it's really, really showing its age. I mean, really showing its age.
Aw, but Popeye arms are gonna be cool forever!
Yeah, definitely. You're right on track.
And they're dead CG anime
Ooh, I
eyes.
kind of want to watch this. What?
What's what?
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 Media Factory has begun streaming the first-person video Friday for a television anime of Takumi Hiragi Boshi's Absolute Duo light novel series. The story begins with Blaze, a weapon that is the manifestation of a human soul. Toru Kokonoe happens to be qualified for this, but for some reason his Blaze is not a weapon, but a shield. Moreover, he enrolled in a school that teaches combat skills, and thanks to the school's dual partner system, ends up living with a beautiful silver-haired girl named Yuri Sigatuna. A reference to Sweden Town. A student abroad student from Gimli. Okay. That looks neat. I was made really sad because I loved the first season of Data Live, and I was like, awesome, I cannot wait for season 2 to come out. And then one of my friends who's watched it all was like, season 2 blows. I was like, no. Apparently it loses all cohesion.
Ooh, I'm gonna call the podcast here though, because we're just kind of dicking
We're
around.
out of steam.
Yeah.
We're out of steam.
Thank you once again for listening to the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party with Kiki and Bones. Sleep well, my internet lovelies.
So, good night, Bones.
Right, Kiki.